Hey everyone, welcome back after hours of waiting for this to finally happen. I can finally say the chicken thigh has thawed. I was able to cut it up and I just seasoned it previous to this video. So basically, you make sure your chicken's dry. You take a paper towel, you press, you get all that water out of that chicken. Because if you don't, your seasoning will not stick. It will be a mess, and it's just not going to be good. It will be an uneven coating and stuff. So, what I used for seasoning was adobo seasoning I got from ShopRite. Basically, what I'll tell you is you don't have to do this. I just did it because I don't have McCormick's chicken seasoning, which I couldn't find, so I just had to make a substitute for whatever reason I can not say. Maybe the shop was out of it, but that's fine. I used my peppercorn and I used salt. I actually had to toss out the salt that I was using because dumb me forgot that when you touch chicken, you don't touch anything else. Yeah, there's a lesson to be learned from this. Be careful with that. So, today, to saute, of course, you need your oil. You also need your butter. So let's get to it. Let's show you how I finished this meal off. And in the next video, I'll show you me tasting it and letting you know how it turned out. Okay, go. Okay, I'm also going to add a healthy dose, of course, of garlic into this so that this will have a really nice taste. Yeah, I can see, I know. And as I said, the reason why you put the oil in, this might need a little oil more, is so that the butter does not burn. Now, honestly, let's do 5 to get this. I know this is awful. No, as you can see, even I'm like, is this really a good idea? I'm putting that much butter in. I'm gonna save the rest of this butter for later, of course. So, there goes my chicken. Gonna, of course, keep that butter over there. Gonna bring it up to 6 this time because it hasn't been doing much. As you can see, I'm just trying to coat this all in this. And I will be right back once this starts to cook. Decided to switch out the pot for a pan because honestly it's a lot smarter. So just waiting for this to start. No, that'd be garbage. This. I'll put it up. In the background, I was basically melting the butter effectively. So I'll be right back once it starts to do something. Actually, there we go. I kind of corrected a mistake I made. I over drowned it in like butter and stuff. My bad. Basically, waiting for this to cook, and then once this side cooks or so, I'm going to flip it. I'm most likely going to drain this. I'm draining this into a separate little cup so that it can dry out on its own, so that I can throw it out in the garbage safely. Because one thing you don't do is put oil down the drain. There's reason. It will literally clog your drain. It will destroy your pipes completely. So remember, do not flush or do not pour down the drain any oil. Recommended, and please observe. Okay, I turned off the power to this. It is on. So, taking that off, switching view. Okay, as I said, basically, what you do, and I don't recommend you do this over your actual floor. I mean, of course, you basically pour it into something like that. So, I'm going to use a knife. And I'm getting a separate bowl for the chicken itself. Well, whatever is left of the chicken doesn't. Well, let's just say Chef Chris would be an idiot. Yeah. So. There we go. Let's let that dry. All right. Not a lot of chicken. I kind of screwed up on that, people. That is definitely my own doing, and I'll take full responsibility for that. But at least it's like something for the amount of that I'm using for serving wise. It's not bad. It's just the perfect amount. But honestly, if anything, please do a better job than I did with the cutting of that chicken. Because it does taste good. I would just recommend a little less salt than I kind of did on that, to be honest. I think I put a little bit, like a pinch or two, a little bit too much. But it tastes good. It really tastes good. At least the piece I tried. So, later on, I shall try this whole thing out, and I shall let you know how it turned out.